Good afternoon. I'm honored to welcome you all on today's webinar hosted by Genenvo. My name is Pragya from the marketing team, and I have the privilege of being your host for this insightful session. Before we begin, I'm pleased to introduce our esteemed speaker, Sohan Lal. With over 9 years of experience, he's currently a senior analyst with the innovation team at Genenvo. Sohan brings strong expertise in data science, Python, R, SQL, Power BI, and Tableau. His diverse background across market research, e-commerce, and clinical research highlights his adaptability and technical depth in building predictive models and optimizing data operations. And he will be sharing invaluable insights on Python's future in clinical trials, innovation, and collaborative advancements. Without further ado, let's begin this webinar. I encourage you all to actively engage and make the most of this enriching opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today I'm going to talk about on Python's future in clinical trials. So here I'm going to talk about how Python programming is making clinical trial more efficient and helping the programmers to develop the tools for clinical trial data analysis. And also, we know in clinical trial there are we use different documents, right? So how exactly Python can help us to extract the information from these different clinical documents. So we as a Geninvo, we developed like different solution that is helping in using Python, and that is helping in clinical trial in different ways. So let's move to the next slide. So here is the agenda for today's presentation. So I'm going to talk about the trend of the programming languages, and then I'm going to talk about the advantages of the open source technologies, how exactly the open source technology has been used in different ways in clinical trial. So next I'm going to talk about the Python, as Python is also one of the open source technologies, so I'm going to talk about that. Then I'm going to talk about how exactly we can use NLP for pharma using Python, and then I'm going to talk about the PDF handling in Python, and there is we also use the docx and the doc file in pharma in different ways. So that is also I'm going to talk about how exactly we can handle docx in Python. After that, I'm going to talk about two major things. Those are like how exactly we have leveraged the we are leveraging the Python in Geninvo. So like we have one of the tool for anonymization, and similarly we are using the Python for clinical document review part. At the end, I'm going to talk about how exactly we can generate the synthetic data using Python. So there are like different libraries that are available in Python for synthetic data generation. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So this is the slide what are the most popular languages these days. So this slide share the insights on the most popular programming language among developers in 2024. So as you can see from this chart, so JavaScript is the most widely used programming language, with around 62% of the developers are using it right now. And I think there is no surprise, as JavaScript is essential for web development. And other part is JavaScript continue to evolve with modern frameworks. So day by day, you can see in JavaScript there are multiple modern frameworks are coming for the web development. So following that, we have HTML and CSS, which is around like 53% of the developers are using right now, and which is again true again holding the second position, because HTML and CSS is the backbone of website designing and front end development, right? So what is really interesting is here that Python and SQL holds a strong position. Around 51% of the developers are using it right now. And we are going to talk about in the coming slide why Python is most preferred language today. So like what are the key features of Python that make it a widely used programming language these days. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So next we have advantage of the open source technology. So as we know, open source technology is freely available, and these days, like most of the organizations are moving toward this. So open source technology platforms are like, there are different platforms like R, Python, and some others are there, right? So we can say like R and Python, they have already assessed the need of the clinical trial and started developing different package uh, that can help us in the clinical trial, specifically for the like some of the packages that has been created with collaboration of FDA, and some of open source technology that is helping in different ways, like creating the TLF submission to the FDA. There are some packages that has been created under R that help us to validate these packages before submitting to FDA. So these are the like things that make open source technology to be used, mostly used in these days. So I have jotted down few uh, uh, like a few key features of that. So first is the cost. So open source technologies are cost effective, and when we say like open source are source tools are freely available for implementation in any domain. So it is not like domain specific, you can use in any domain. So using the open source technology, we can reduce the upfront cost for companies. So this cost effectiveness then is beneficial for the research institutes, for academic organizations, and for different companies. So in clinical trial, like instead of spending lot of uh, money on software that are licensed like SaaS, or there are some commercial visualization tools like Tableau. So we can use our Python or Shiny apps without paying, and we can save the budget. So next we have customization. So another feature of open source technologies are open source technologies can be customized, and we can adapt to meet the specific requirement of as per your domain. So like in clinical domain, for different studies we have different requirement, and for each study maybe we have different data sources. So that is the thing that help us to customize our open source technologies. So by using the open source, the user have the flexibility to modify the tools according to the requirement for greater control and optimization of the process. So like we have again licensed software that are we are using efficiently, there is no issue with that, but we cannot customize. So if at some places we want to customize as per our requirement, that so that option is not there for licensed software. But in open source technology, we have the upper hand for this feature. We can customize the open source tools as per our requirement. So next we have the scalability. The when we say the like scalability, so it means like system, any system that you have developed using the open source technology, so that system can grow with your needs. So as open source can scale like your tools as per the requirement of different resources you are using in the application. So like you are using a data source, so right now maybe your requirement is of only say 1 TB, and in future you can see you need maybe 2 TB or 10 TB space. So in that case, in open source technology, you don't need to like move your whole tool to different platform. Using the same platform, you can get that flexibility to extend your space at any time. Okay, so another thing is like in these open source tools and platform, they can handle complex data structures as we have in clinical trials and different data sources, and can handle the increasing volume of the data efficiently day by day. Next, we have the interoperability. So when we say interoperability, it means like open source tools work well with other systems. So like if you have developed one of your tool with using one open source technology, so that doesn't mean you cannot implement any other technology with that particular tool. So that interoperability uh, is something that can facilitate data exchange, integration, and collaboration across different platform and environment. That can help us to enhance the efficiency and management of different data sources, right? So if we talk about again the license tools, so that we there we have the challenge to integrate these tools to different platform. But in open source technology, whatever platform we want to use, we can integrate our tool there. Then we last one, we have the transparency. So what it means, like when we you can see exactly how the code works, so that uh, when we develop like some of the tools, so there is no black box, because you have written that code from your side, and you can exactly see how exactly the code is running behind. So this enhance the trust and confidence to the tool, as user can independently audit and validate its compliance as per the regulatory requirements. So wherever the same thing, like with the license one, we have to depend on the document. So like every license tools, though they provide the document and they provide the step, these are the step that we have to follow. So we cannot validate exactly how things are happening at the back end that we are using for the license versions, right? Let's move to the next slide. So what is Python? So Python again is a widely used open source programming language that is known for its simplicity and versatility. So as we can remember, if you want to just keep in mind with some like so, uh, about like Python, what is Python and how exactly we can remember it. So this is the acronym actually that we can use. So pivot is one of the acronym that can help us to remember about the Python's key features. So this highlight the 5 key characteristic of the Python. So P stand for the powerful. So when we say powerful, so Python is powerful because it is highly capable and can handle a variety of complex tasks, like from web development to data analysis to machine learning. So Python, and how exactly we can achieve that, because Python provide the vast ecosystem of libraries and frameworks. So like we have TensorFlow, we have Pandas, we have Flask. So these are the libraries and framework that help the developers to create powerful applications with easy coding actually. So even as compared to the other programming language, in Python you have to write the less code. I stand for the intuitive. So Python's clean, simple syntax make it one of the easiest programming language, and help new programmer to quickly start learn, because it is its syntax closely actually remembered with the English. So if you write something in Python, so you will find you will feel like you are writing something some sentence or something in English actually. So these features make Python intuitive, easier to read and write the code compared to the other programming language. V stand for the versatile. So as Python is multi-purpose language and can be used across various domains, so such as web development. So for web development, like we have the web framework Django, Flask, so that make easier developer to build the secure, scalable web application. Similarly, for data science and analytics, we have libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Python, Matplotlib. So like these library make Python the top choice among the data scientists for working with the large data set and performing the statistical analysis. So Python's some of the like framework TensorFlow and PyTorch support the neural networks, and these framework help the data scientists to train the AI ML on different data sets, and it can be for any domain. It is not like kind of domain specific. Okay, so next we have O stand for optimized. So while Python might not be the fastest language when compared to the lower language, because it is not lower language, lower language like C or C++, but it is highly optimized for rapid development. And even like there are libraries, Python provides some of the like libraries and framework. There is one library, that is C Python, so which help us to compile the code into C language, and that help us to run it faster. So you get variety of libraries and framework that can help to improve the performance of your Python code, even though it is the high level programming language. Then T stand for the thriving community. So this is also one of the key feature of the Python, as we know the programming communities play a crucial role in language continue growth and success. So if you have a active community, and the community that is contributing on daily basis, so those type of language or the tools grow faster as compared to the other. So this is one of the Python's greatest strength, that it has the community that have massive active open source users or developer, where thousands of developer and contributor from all over the world. Okay. Next, we have Python's popular libraries for pharma, so like Pandas, NumPy. Uh, these are the essential for data structure, for data analysis, or performing the like calculation on large data set efficiently. Then we have like SassPy. SassPy is one of the open source Python package that allow Python coder to assess the SAS. So like in clinical trial, we use SAS a lot, and already maybe there are multiple program that you have written into SAS. So this particular library help you to connect to the SAS environment and configure it, you can directly access the SAS using Python, using SassPy in Python. Then we have like PyMU PDF, Python docx. So these are the library that help us to play with the PDF document and the docx document. So then we have PyDicom. This is also one of the crucial library for working with clinical trial, because in clinical trial we have DICOM images also for some of the study. So this is the library that help us to play with the DICOM images. Then we have Flickr library that help us to generate the synthetic data. Similarly, we have an LTK, Speci, BART, and MBART. So these are the NLP library that assist in processing text in different ways. It can be like your structured data, it can be your unstructured data, or like the document CSR protocol SAP. So these library help us to play with those. So now, while we talk about clinical trial, so as we know, in clinical trial we generate vast amount of the textual data. It can be like clinical note, it can be the regulatory documents, it can be the drug interaction. So extracting those meaningful insight from this unstructured data is a major challenge in clinical trial. But Python provides us the powerful NLP, which is the natural language processing library, that is helping us to transform these medical text into the useful information. Okay. So like Python allow us seamlessly integration with clinical data management system, enabling the automated document data extraction, analysis, and reporting clinical trials. So using NLP technique, we can create the tool that can directly help us to extract the information from these documents, and we can utilize for further analysis. Again, so these are the two component of NLP. But before that, I just want to say one more thing. So during the clinical trial, we have seen maybe like some of the patient have reported the side effect like headache or nausea. So these NLP technique can automatically extract these information, detailing from the reports, or flag them for the safety monitor. So similarly, NLP can help in redaction of the sensitive information at patient level from the medical documents. So these are the two components that we use mostly while we work with NLP in clinical trials. So one is the semantic analysis. So semantic analysis is something in NLP that focus on word meaning, contextual meaning, or we can say the word relationship. So like what is the exact meaning or what is the interpretation of each sentence that we want to make from the text data. That is where we perform the semantic analysis. Then we have the semantic analysis that deal with how the words are structured and arranged in sentences, and to that help us to ensure that it follow the grammar rules of the language. And using, if we are doing like performing these analysis, so whatever tool we are building using the NLP, so we can improve the accuracy of those tools using these analysis. Next, we have powerful libraries for NLP. So in clinical trial, like the first library for NLP is PESI. So that help us to identify and redact the sensitive medical information, such as patient name, condition, drug name, and address from large data set. So like there are some of the PESI model, which one is the like NER, named entity recognition model. So these type of model help us to extract direct patient name, drug name, or addresses from the PDF documents or any other documents. Then we have the another libraries is NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit, which is more focused on stemming or lemmatization of the text data. So let me just provide you one example to understand this in better way. So imagine you have hundreds of medical trial reports, and you want to know one of the word, how often we can say like treatment, how often a treatment appear into your documents. But the treatment, when we start searching, so what can happen, there can be different combination for treatment we can find in the document, right? So it can be like treated, treatment, treating, or even treated patient, right? So stemming or lemmatization is another two process in NLP that help you to standardize these terms and make it easier to analyze and compare the text across different studies. So while you are feeding the data to the model, and you are, if you are like applying the stemming and lemmatization on the text data, so the model will better understand your textual data. Then there is next library, we have the transformer. So the, we can say like the real breakthrough in the NLP model comes by the transformer based models. So particularly I can talk about BART model, MBART model, which is the like multilingual BART model, and then we have the clinical trial BART. So these are the model that has been developed by considering the data from the healthcare and the clinical application. So these models can be easily integrated into Python, and we can use the powerful capabilities of these model to extract the insights from the clinical text data. Okay, so like if we wanted to exclude the stop word, we wanted to uh, clean the data, we just wanted to keep the original word of the data instead of the verbs and other stuff. So we can use these library that can help us to perform that, and after that, after like cleaning that data, we can pass that data to the AI ML models for further enhancement. Okay, so next we have leveraging the PyMU PDF for PDF handling in Python. So this is one of the library that is very powerful while we are working with the PDFs. So this is also known as FITS. Sometime maybe you heard about instead of PyMU PDF, you heard about FITS. So this is the library that used to extract the text, images, and the metadata from the PDF document. So it is not only you can just extract the PDF only the like metadata, even you can extract the images also. And once you have extracted the data, so how exactly what you can do, you can like transform that text into different formats. So after that you can use the JSON, you can use the CSV. So wherever or in which format you want to use this data, you can directly use, there is no issue with that. Okay, so Key features of PyMU PDF is text extraction that support the extracting structured text, including the table or list. So it is even not like that you just need to extract the text. If there is a table in your document, so that table will come separately, and if there is a different list, so that list will also come separately. So that like powerful features are there, functions are there that we can use. Extracting specific elements, so like if we wanted to just extract the title, author, or the creation date, or whatever there in header or footer, so we can without like going through all the document, we can just use that particular information, and like we can use the particular function that can help us to bring that information to us. Then advanced search and pattern recognition. So this is also another feature. Like if you wanted to search for a specific terms or phrases or pattern within the PDF content, so this is particularly useful when we are analyzing the clinical document for keywords such as drug name, patient ID, or the adverse event occurrence. Okay, so next we have another library, that is the Python docx. So this is also similar library to the PyMU PDF, but this library work with the Microsoft Word documents only. So because in clinical trial, we know like we have to perform we have different type of documents, right? So there are maybe there are CSR that is in Word document, there are RTF document also will be there that we can use as a Word document. So in that case, if you wanted to extract the information from these Word document, so this is the library that can help us to extract the information. Okay, so key features again for Python docs is automate the generation of clinical trial report, safety summarize, and patient report. So we can directly extract the information from CSR using this particular library. Again, similar to the PyMU PDF library, this library also help us to extract the metadata to ensure the compliance with regulatory requirement and track document version. So like because before submitting data to the regulatory authorities, right? So we have to make sure about these metadata. There should be like proper title, there should be the document version, like that, right? So this library help us to extract that information also. So use the NLP with Python docx to extract the key information from clinical trial report, ensuring the better data management and analysis. So while we are using the Python docx, so we can also use the NLP technique. So whatever the library are there for NLP, that is also we can use with Python docx. Right? Okay, so now these are the the in the coming slide we are going to talk about what exactly we have developed the in-house tool at Geninvo, and what are the and these tools have been developed using the AI ML enabled technology and the Python. Okay, so in clinical trial, uh, uh, we are going to talk about the one of the product, that is DocQC. So in clinical trial, what happened? There are like several critical checks that the statistical programmer or the medical writer need to perform to ensure the quality and consistency of the clinical documents, right? So reviewing these document is a major contributor to delay in the clinical trial reporting, because we have to like in the traditional approach, we were reviewing these manually, right? So while we were doing manually it, so in that case we were taking much time. So for this particular part, we have created a solution so that use the NLP and the NLU, which is the natural language understanding. So DocQC is our in-house technology that built to support the clinical and the regulatory writers in performing the efficient and accurate quality control on different clinical documents. So this is a web-based application that support a wide range of document commonly used in clinical trial and regulatory. That includes TLF, which is table, figure, and listing. And then we have like protocols. We have SAP, we have narratives. Like these are the document that we can upload into this particular tool. So the best part of this tool is that this uses a combination of AI-enabled algorithm and rule-based logic to deliver the accurate output. The system extract and read the content sentence by sentence, and it understand the context of each sentence and map referred value to the correct source, such as tables. So all these things, how exactly we are achieving? We are achieving using the NLP and NLU. And these NLP and NLU we are using within Python. So how exactly it happens? So as a document go through the QC, so the user get different quality checks. So we provide like different options there that user can apply on the document, and we have uh, like till now we have added around 15 checks that user can use. So these checks are like abbreviation checks. So the tools can the entire document to identify the abbreviation. So if you have uploaded a document and you wanted to check whether all your abbreviations are present in the abbreviation tables are properly present your in your document, and it is referenced correctly with the full form of that particular abbreviation or not. So these type of checks is something that we can perform in this tool. So if there is a mismatch between the abbreviation used in the table and the document, so it flagged that for the review part, and this help like maintain the clarity and the consistency throughout the document, because that review will go to the medical writer and they can correct it. So we have another checks like source file match data source including reverse. So we can match like source to CSR, CSR to source. So that type of checks are there. Then we have in text match post text. So this is the check that help us that help the like CSR data against the referred source table to ensure the relevance and the consistency, whether the CSR data table is exactly matching with the source table or not. So that type of checks we can perform. Then we have the CSR match with protocols app. So this is also another check that help us to again check whether CSR corresponding section of this like CSR available in the protocol or not, or similarly like protocol corresponding section available in CSR or not. So that type of checks we can perform using this particular tool. So actually what happened, let me just yeah, okay. So this is one of the screenshot that we have taken from our DocQC product, where we are showing you to compare one of the table from source to CSR. So you can see you have user have to upload the document, user have uploaded the CSR, user have uploaded the source document. So after that user has selected this option like to compare the source to CSR. So this is how exactly you can see one side you will see source, one side you will the CSR, the same table with the same reference, and it will flag whether your numbers are matching or not matching. So if your numbers are matching, you will get a match as flagged. If your numbers of CSR is not matching with source table, then it will say no match. So this is the like uh, uh, the core purpose, or we can say the beauty of this particular tool, that using the AI enabled solution, this particular tool streamline the document quality, and that quality also around like 90% of the accuracy right now. And it also help us to reduce the QC time by up to 60%. So this is the feedback or the test what we have done from our side, and we found these numbers from there. Okay. So next we have now from this DocQC. So what exactly we got the clean document, right? So we have cross checked everything. We checked whether our source tables are matching with CSR or not, whether our abbreviations are correctly present in the data documents or not. So that's something we have done, and we can finally download the clean document. So the next process, what exactly we have in clinical trial. So once we have the final clean version available with us of the document. So in clinical trial, the next process is like we have to do the uh, anonymization of different documents, right? So one of the key challenge we face with the traditional data de-identification method is that uh, they often depend heavily on the manual review process. So the user, the medical writer, they have to review every time the document manually, and they have to find out which are the like confidential information and which are the personal identifiable information. So these type of information they have to find out manually. But what exactly we provided as a solution, so you can use the shadow. That is one of our in-house tools that automate the task like de-identification and the reduction technique. So what exactly this tool do? This tool remove the need of the manual effort and speed up the process. So this tool use the machine learning technique to automate the entire process. So another thing is like shadow is capable of detecting and redacting the sensitive element like name, address, and even signature from any document or the data set. So like if you have uploaded a PDF document and you wanted to redact all the names present into that particular document, so this is the tool that the tool provide that functionality to you. So there are multiple options we have provided. So using those options you can redact whatever information you want to redact. So if there is name, you wanted to redact that with some false name or any specific identification, say PPD. So in that case, you can do that using this. So I have attached one of the screenshots. So just for the like sensitivity part or the information security purpose, I have blacked out some of the things. So I have marks. But another thing you can see in yellow color. So this yellow color has been given by our tool. So we have applied a strategy, anonymization strategy, where we wanted to redact all the addresses with PPD. So you can see like Santa Cruz CA 1 2 3 4 5, that shown on the upper side, like it will be replaced with the PPD. Similarly, on the downside, we can see Switzerland, that will be replaced with the PPD. So this is how exactly you see the things on the tool. But once you will download it, so you will not find these address there. You will find PPD instead of these address. So this tool again help us to anonymization all the sensitive information, and it also include both like the some of our logic based and some of our the AI enabled based. So next we have multi-language translation anonymization. So this is also another feature we have in our shadow tool, where suppose like you have multiple documents for one study, and all the documents are in English and even other languages also. So now you your work is to like redact all the sensitive information from all language documents. So you have already maybe applied the anonymization technique in your English document. So this tool is pretty much smart to apply all those anonymization strategy from the English document to the other language document. So you what exactly you have to do? You have to upload your other language document, and you have to copy. There is some option which we have provided, like using those option you can copy all the English document anonymization, all the redaction that has been done in on the English document, and then you can apply the same on the other language document. The tool, how exactly the tool work at the backend? First, even if you don't have the translated version of your document, so you can translate that using the Python libraries, and then you can upload that document here. But if you have that already and you wanted to just apply all the strategies that you have applied on the English document, so you can do that easily. Right and Right now, like we are supporting around five languages, and we are also planning to add more languages in the coming version. Okay. So this is another beauty of the shadow tool. So like you can do anonymization for any other language document also except English. I mean, not only for English. So next we have the synthetic data generation using the Faker library. So this is another library that help us to generate the synthetic data. So this synthetic data look like the realistic data, and that particular data we can use for the testing, simulation, or the anonymization. So like in clinical trial, when we start the clinical trial, we start the data collection. So in between we have to prepare for the further analysis. So that time we really need some of the data which can look like our existing data, or so using this particular library we can generate that data, and we can use that for further program whatever we want to make, or the analysis that we want to perform before completion of the study. So use of the Faker library we can use in different way. We can generate the patient information data, we can simulate the medical condition. So like if there are some of the condition as per your study you have already identified, and you wanted to simulate that for some of the random patient, or randomly you want to assign to each patient, so that is something you can do using this particular library. Then we can generate the clinical trial enrollment data, and similar to the medical condition we can also simulate the library result. So this is one of the like snip I have added. If I say I just want to draw a histogram for the for not for the real data, but for using the synthetic data, and that data can contain like age and some of the other variable that we wanted to generate, right? So this is how exactly we can do that part. So so in this particular graph we can see like this particular graph help us to the right one is the original data which look like the normally distributed, and you can see the curve is also there, and the right side is the synthetic data, right? So you can see the synthetic data with the age distribution and this histogram, and the density curve are closely resemble with the original data. Okay, so that is the beauty of this library. So using like these library, Python library, we have developed one of the tool that help us like in different ways by generating the synthetic data. So using that particular tool we are also generating the synthetic data. So my like motive just to keep this particular library here, because like using the Python, this is what we can achieve. So this is if we wanted to generate the synthetic data, so using this library with some of the other library in Python, we can develop a tool, and that can help us to generate the synthetic data. And for that we have already one tool that is helping us to generate the synthetic data for our different studies. Okay, so I think this is the end of my presentation. So if you have any question and answer, so floor is open for that. Pragya, not sure if you have some question or answer, if someone has already sent the message.
Thank you, Sohan, for the insightful presentation. Yes, the floor is open for the questions. If you have any, um, we're happy to answer. Thank you everyone for your participation and contribution. We hope you found this webinar informative and enriching. Stay connected with us for the future events